Hello, students. I am Professor Sherkar GC from Samartha Polytechnic, Belle. In this lecture, I am going to cover the subject that is Design of Steel and RCC Structure from Diploma Syllabus. Its subject abbreviation is DSR and code is 22502. I am going to cover unit number 2nd, that is Design of Steel Connections. So in these subtopics I am going to cover, that is connections and classifications of connections. So let's start. All of you know steel structure is nothing but the assembly of different types of members, that is beam and column, and these beam and columns are formed from the different types of sections. In first chapter you have studied different types of sections, that is I section, channel section, T section, all that. From that sections these beam and columns are formed, and these beam and columns are connected, form an assembly or frame structure which we can call steel structure. So for that these different types of members are to be fastened so that it act as a single composite unit, and for that we need the connections. So connection is very much important for erection of the steel structure. So connection is nothing but it is a medium for transfer of force, load or moment from one member to another. So there are different types of connections. First type of connection is riveted connection, bolted connection, welded connection, pins connection, and combination of the above. In combination, in the sense the connection may be welded and bolted connection. That means while joining the beam and column, we can use the bolting as well as welding. So that type of connection we can call as bolted and welded connections. So this is the combination type of connection. So next, so what are the components of connections? Components of connections means while connecting the different members, which things we are used for connecting. So according to the type of connections, the components are different. If you are using the bolted connection, then you can going to use bolts for the connection. If the type of connection is welding connection, then you are using the weld. Weld is a component of a connection. Also, for connecting the two members, we require the connecting members such as plates and angles. These are the two main important which forms connecting member to or strengthening member to for connection of the members. So this is the figure in which vertical member is column and horizontal members are the beams. So this joint shows the connection of the different members, beam and column. So if you look, then we can see different flat plates and angles are used for proper connection of the column and beam, and for that maybe weld connection or maybe bolted connection or maybe riveted connections are used. In this diagram we cannot see any bolt or rivet, that means maybe in this figure there is a welded connection. One thing, the horizontal plates for column, if you can see the vertical member has a horizontal small plates are attached. That small plates act as a stiffener. Okay, stiffener for that to increase the strength of that member. Next we are going to cover in this slide, in this lecture, that is classification of connections. So there are 4 types of classification of connections. First is on the basis of connecting medium. Second, according to the type of internal forces. Third one, according to the type of structural elements. And last one, according to the type of members joining. So let's see one by one. in the diploma syllabus we are only take account the first classification, that is on the basis of connecting medium. That means which medium you are used for connecting the different types of members. So on the basis of connecting medium there are four types. First one is riveted connection. That means in this type of connection rivets are used for connection of the member. Second is bolted connection. That means nut and bolts are used for connecting the two or many members. Third one is the welded connection. Welded connection means welding is used to connect the different members. And last one, that is combination of the above, bolted and welded connection. That means nut and bolt and welding, these two types of connections are used in these type of connections for more strengthening or for achieving the economy also. So these are the main four types of the connections based on the connecting medium. Okay. So next classification is based on the type of internal forces. Internal forces means if you are connecting the two mediums, then while if we are loading forces on one member and another member is attached to that member, then at the junction there is a development of the different types of forces, internal forces. So there are two types of internal forces, shear and moment. So if we have to resist the shear, then we can use the shear connections, also called as simple or semi-rigid connection. And if we have to design for the moment, then these connections is moment or rigid connection type of connection based on the internal forces. Next classification is according to the type of structural elements. Okay. For there are four structural elements. First one, single plate angle sec connection, double web angle connection, top and seated angle connection, and last one, seated beam connections. You can see in this figure all these four types of connections are given on the basis of structural element. And next classification is based on the type of members joining. That means which members you are joining, on the basis of that classification of connection is there. So first, if you are going to connect two beams together, then that type of connection will be called as beam to beam connection. If you are going to use two different columns to each other, then that type of connection we can call as column to column connection, or also called as column splices. Third one is beam to column connections. Beam to column connection means if you are going to connect beam and column together, then that type of connection is beam to column connection. And last one, column base plate connection. That means at the base of the column, that means footing and column connection, there is a base plate. So to attach the base plate with the column, there is a connection called as column base plate connection. So all these figures, four figures shown in this slide, which represents all these four types of connections depending on the type of members joining. Okay, we have already studied in this slide, we have studied connections, what is meant by connections, why it's need, their components, what are the components of the connections, and we have seen the classification of the connections. So first main in this in the diploma syllabus there is design of two types of connections only, welded connection and bolted connections. But in this slide I am going to deliver you some short introduction to the riveted connections also. So let's continue to the riveted connection in this lecture. Riveted connection is nothing but the rivets are used for the connections. In this figure, you can see there are rivets are given. Rivet is nothing but the totally finished product. It has a head and shank, also known as body. Head means rounded portion. That rounded portion is known as head, and cylindrical tube-like portion called as shank or body. It is when riveted connections are used if your structure is having a design period much more, or your structure is having used for longer time, then in that case for that steel structure you can use riveted connection for connections. Rivets are made up of round ductile steel bar. It has a head at one end. While connecting the members with the help of rivets, the rivet should have sufficient length so as to form second head after inserting into the hole. Its design is very similar as that of the bolted connection. In the next lecture, we will going to study what is the design procedure of the bolted connection. So how these rivets are installed in the connection. So first these rivets are heated, then insert into the oversized hole and pressure to the head. Squeezed by the pneumatic driver round, and on cooling it reduces the strength by clamping forces. Its installation requires much more time, labor also. That's why this procedure is, or this installation is costlier, so as compared to the bolted connection. So that's why nowadays rivets are not used for lightweight construction of the lightweight structures, but if your structures are heavy, having vibrations, then that type of structures you can use riveted connections. So in this figure you can see the different types of members are connected with the help of rivets, and these rivets are arranged in a particular pattern. That means two rivets has a required distance. That distance is nothing but the design. That distance is derived from the design procedure of the rivets, similar as that of the bolted connection. So nowadays riveting is no longer, but only for lightweight structure. Okay. It introduced as a high strength structural bolts, because rivets provide high strength to the different types of forces. As it has a disadvantages that its labor cost increases. Also it has to inspect carefully while inserting the or connecting the rivets, and if by mistakenly also in this riveting connection, the labor which you are going to use, he should be very skilled labor. But mistakenly if rivets are poorly installed, then its removal also take much riskier, or not riskier, but take too much time, or carefully we have to remove the rivets. Also, main disadvantage of the rivets is it creates high level of noise while driving. Okay, again it requires heating of the rivets, that's why it may causes chances of the fire. So these are the advantages of the riveting connection. In the next lecture we are going to see the bolting connection, and in next to the welding connections. Okay, thank you.